what's up, guys? We're here with very important announcements. Мы здесь с очень важным объявлением. Today, January 11th, сегодня 11 января, Great Britain and USA assaulted Yemen.
Responded
on the terroristic action.
Yeah, of the freedom fighters of the people of Yemen. You just flipped the content. But the United States and Great Britain have conducted a joint act against the Houthi military in Yemen today. And what a tragedy for everybody involved. The Yemenis were, at least according to me, from what I see, it seems like they want to aid the people of Gaza by stopping lethal aid, like guns and stuff, from coming to Israel, which seems reasonable to me.
But which seems reasonable to me, that as the New York Times and Washington Post and all the main newspapers, of course liberal, but main newspapers, that it was a commercial carrier with goods, with products and with...
So they didn't even attack the right ships. Okay.
So they just decided to attack the commercial ships.
Oh, okay. So they're attacking commercial shipping more broadly through the region, is what you're saying. Okay.
Just to destabilize the processes of the
capital through that area, yeah. For everybody involved, it seems.
Yeah, our realities, so globalization.
I wonder if Biden will be making an announcement.
He will, tomorrow. Of course.
We'll see.
I mean, they assaulted. Like, you already did?
Yeah, but they might just ignore it. They might be able to get away with that now.
Like when?
Right now, if the president didn't say anything about it, I bet you they could get away with. There's no political consequences for him at this point. There's no further he can drop. In fact, this will probably help him, I'd imagine.
Why? Biden to Biden?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it will be a show of force for American interests, and this will win a lot of never-Trumpers. There's a lot of people who are Republicans, but they hate Donald Trump. And they are more of the establishment, kind of old-class, neoconservative types. And they will be happy to see that America is defending shipping in the region. And I bet you it's a plan for a wider war with Iran, which will be a disaster if that comes to happen. So,
yeah, especially having the fact that Iran is an ally of Russia. What do you think about the Chinese-Iran relations? What do you know about it?
I don't know anything about Chinese-Iranian relations, actually.
Me either.
That's a good question, actually.
Open to ChatGPT.
So it says, according to the United States government, that the China and Iran have a limited but enduring strategic partnership. I don't know what that means. It seems like they are military allies in a small regard.
It means that they're fucking brothers, because it is a language of the communists, right?
So in 2021, Iran and China signed a 25-year cooperation agreement. So it seems like they have pretty warm relations with one another.
And it's pretty serious.
Woo. Yeah, it's too far away. So they signed together. You know, they're doing their thing. So Iran and China, obviously. And then Russia and China is probably going to be tighter in the next couple of years. Let's pretend that it's a wider actual war. It'll probably be fought in Iran. Right?
You think so?
Yeah.
But Because Iran have a nuclear program.
No, because the Jews want to attack Iran to disable their nuclear capabilities. And then, how far would Russia go to aid Iran if the United States were to invade?
That's a good question. As Vladimir Zelensky, he would never attack the Russian Federation, and it was just a false mock. It was a mocked casus belli created by propaganda workers, right?
No, it's an act of aggression in response to a political problem. It's not but they say it in our country that he prepared an assault. Zelensky, he was preparing an assault, right? Yeah.
All the guys, including our president Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, they all say that Zelensky he was preparing the assault.
Oh, against Russia before Russia attacked?
Yeah, and this
I would need to see pretty
substantial
proof of that.
And this was the first and the main excuse and explanation why we did that, why we started it. It was the answer of Putin in his speech of 24 February.
Was that Ukraine was going to attack Russia?
Zelensky prepares assault in Russia, and then President of...
At what time, though? Because
no.
2014...
No, listen. He said that Zelensky prepares an assault in that exact time, like within a month, and they prevented it.
No, Russia's been attacking the Ukraine, at least through their proxies, since before Zelensky was in office. Right? 2014 or so. Yeah. The Donbass and Luhansk. Mm-hmm. So, how do you know that it was an attack against Russia proper and not in their own regions, for one? And why would it not be a reasonable response to attack Russia in response? Like, same thing. Like, if I were Ukrainian, I would be livid.
You will be
livid, mad, angry. Right?
If you've been Russian?
Of course, the same. Of course. If I was in Ukraine and I cared about the country, and Russia was working in every other way except for explicit war to take these regions away from us, had already taken Crimea, of course you would build up an offensive. It's a defensive offensive. They need to do it in order to keep their integrity.
But who are they? Because there was a military coup there was something strange happened in the neighborhood in 2013.
Who you gonna call?
Maidan.
I got it too.
So in 2014, something happened. Like it's called the Maidan. Have you heard about
the Maidan?
Yeah, the Maidan.
Where is it?
Kyiv.
Yeah.
So in 2014.
In 2014.
Yes.
Tell me. What about the Maidan? What is the Maidan? For our viewers at home. I know.
So Maidan is it's when the Kyiv belongs to the eastern part of Ukraine, and Maidan it's when guys from the western part of Ukraine, backed by the Europe and United States, they have taken over the Kyiv.
Government. We call it the Orange Revolution.
Orange Revolution. It was 2004.
Oh.
So this is 2014 is Maidan.
Okay.
This is a crucial point.
Yeah. The CIA.
Because
kicking out their other leader.
Давай больше никогда не будем смеяться. Давай.
What do you think about Stalin?
about Stalin is such a big question. He's one of the greatest monsters of history. He's stranger than fiction. You couldn't write Stalin in the same way. He's a coarse, rough. His son was a fuck off, whatever. Everyone likes to say, "Oh, he left his son out." Like, yeah, his son was a fucking idiot too, though. But I don't know if he cared about anything Stalin other than Stalin. Stalin kept in power because Stalin wanted power.
But
I think he held the baton as tight in his hand as any other man in the history of the world because no one wanted him there in the first place, and he made himself there. He's the ultimate Ubermensch in this way.
So Stalin, he is an Ubermensch.
He's the Antichrist, practically. But he also, the consequences of his actions were at least geared towards the victory that was needed in the war. And that was needed. I mean, a tough man like that. His nickname is the Man of Steel, right?
Yeah.
We call him the Man of Steel,
but
right?
Stalin, it's literally, it's like the steel. It's like
the Man of Steel, exactly.
But it's not the man. It's not the man. It's
just steel.
Yeah, just steel. Like the white, like the family. White, right? Last name White.
Sure.
So there's a last name Steel.
Stop.
But Steel, it means style, and Steel, it means Stalin. But the man of the Steel, it would mean человек из стали или стальной человек.
Yeah.
He had a name as Stalin, and he created his name.
What is up with Stalin being from Georgia and Hitler being from Austria, right? They're both from these smaller, and then furthermore, Napoleon is from Corsica.
Austria is not small. Georgia is pretty small. I'm sorry, Georgians, but
Austria is very small.
Austria, now it's small, but at that time it was Austro-Hungarian Empire. It was hugest eastern part of the Europe.
The end of the Habsburg dynasties.
First World War, and Austria is like the homeland of Sigmund Freud and Adolf Hitler, and for me, Austria it's almost
also
like Germany.
It's the home.
But we all know about the Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was a pervert. I don't know who he fucked. I don't know what kids. I don't think he molested his own kid, right?
No, he molested other kids.
Yeah.
Which make no difference.
I didn't watch the interview. It's a little better, right? At least he was nice to Blanket. He named the kid Blanket. His kid was named Blanket.
Why?
I don't know. You have to ask Michael. His kid was named Blanket.
Well, I'm afraid I understand why. I really understand.
Because it's his blanket. He just hugs and holds the kid.
Maybe
he did. That's the worst. That you said it makes no difference. That's the worst molesting he ever did if he molested the old Blanket. Naughty, Michael.